Okay, so today we're going to talk about perpendicular lines and writing their equations. Well, first and foremost, it's four steps. One, write your original slope. Two, write your new one. Three, we're going to find a new b by labeling our x and y, and we're going to substitute. And four, we're going to write our new equation. Well, let's take a look at a line. We're going to look at our blue line first. We're going to pick a perfect point, which is going to be where they intersect. Okay, and then I'm going to pick another one, which is right here. And I'm going to find my slope. So I'm going to go up 3, which is my change of y, and then I'm going to go right 2, which is my change of x. It is always change of y over change of x, which is 3 over 2. Well, now I'm going to go and I'm going to do my red line, and the perfect point I'm going to use is my y-intercept. Well, this one, what we notice is it's going to be a negative slope because if I were to draw a car and I were to push it, it goes down. So on this one, I'm going down 2, because that's my change of y, and I'm going right 3, because that's my change of x. Again, whenever you're finding your slope, it's going to go ahead and make a little triangle. So it's negative 2 over 3. Well, what do I notice about these two slopes? Well, unlike parallel lines have the same slope. This one, if you look, your fractions, they're flipped. Well, we don't say flipped anymore. We say reciprocal. And it's also the opposite sign. My blue line is a positive slope, and my red line is going to be a negative slope. So that's going to be the difference with perpendicular lines, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to put here perpendicular lines have opposite sign and reciprocal. So let's practice. So if this is a positive 4 over 5, it now becomes negative, and you do the reciprocal, which becomes negative 5 over 4. Every whole number is over invisible 1, so positive 5 becomes a negative, and then you do the reciprocal of the fraction. So now go ahead and practice doing the rest. Now here, we're going to find our original slope, which is always in front of our variable x. So my original slope is negative 3 over 4. Step 2 is finding your new slope. Well, because it says perpendicular, that's going to be our hint to do the opposite sign and reciprocal. Opposite of negative is positive. My reciprocal is 4 over 3. So again, this is my original. Step 3 is find new b, right? By substituting. Well, my x and my y. My x is here. Okay, and we're going to use a formula, y equals mx plus b. My x goes here. My y is going to go here. So I have 3 equals, and I'm going to use my new m, which is 4 over 3, which is right here. And then your x is going to be 3. And then you're going to distribute, which to multiply a fraction and a whole number, you just multiply 4 times 3 and divide it by 2, which is going to be 4. And then to get b, we're going to start isolating. B by itself, we need to get rid of this positive 4. Inverse of positive 4 is negative 4. And this is going to give you a negative 1 is b. And then step 4 is write new equation. So your new m is 4 over 3, and your new b was minus 1. And again, if you look at my highlighting, so really, step 1 is just to get us started. Step 2 and 3 help us write our new equation for 4. So you'll do the next one. On here, this is in standard form, meaning x, y, and then a number. I need it in slope-intercept. So you do 2 steps. So you have to move the x, and then you have to divide by the number in front of y. So you move the x, you bring this down, negative x plus 5, and you divide by the number in front of y. So you have y equals a negative divided by a negative is a positive, and this one's going to stay negative. And then you can start your 4 steps. So 4 steps. Step 1, write your original slope, which is going to be the 1/2 because that's the one in front of the variable of x. Step 2, because it says perpendicular, we're going to write our new m. Opposite sign is negative, and then it becomes 2 over 1, which is just negative 2. Step 3 is we're going to look for a new b. We're going to use y equals mx plus b. My x is going to be 4, which is going to come here. And my y is going to be negative 3, which is going to come here. Negative 3. And then I'm going to use my new m. And then my x is 4. Okay, and again, we're using our new to help us now. So that's where I got that from. And then this is going to be a negative 8. And you're trying to get b by itself. So inverse of a negative 8 is a positive 8. And this is going to give you 5. And step 4 is write your new equation. So you use step 2, which is your new m, which is negative 2. And you find your new b. Right? So then this is our new m. And then our new b went here. Now, the last part. We're going to look for, again, it says perpendicular. Okay, so this is y equals 3. Well, this is HOY. It's a horizontal line. It has a 0 slope, and your equation is y equals. Well, the opposite of horizontal is vertical. Well, if we're vertical, the abbreviation is VUX, which is undefined, and it's x equals number. Well, can't spell, my apologies. Undefined, and it's x equals number. Well, opposite of horizontal is vertical, so then our slope is now undefined, and our equation is x equals, and then we're going to use the x, which is 1, which makes sense because if you draw your graph, you're going to come here, and that is x equals 1. Well, same concept with the other one. This one is x equals 1, and we're going to look for perpendicular. So then opposite of x equals becomes y equals, and then we're going to look for our y, which is 4, which if you draw the line right here, that's going to be y equals 4, and they are now perpendicular.